It's JT here with an unboxing of a car I got from Gearbest.com. This is the LRP S10 Blast 2. It is a four-wheel drive buggy from LRP. Now, you guys, some people may know LRP as releasing like speed controllers and also motors, but they did come out with a line of cars that were based on this chassis. So they have a four-wheel drive buggy, they have a monster truck, and they have an on-road car. And then they have, I think, a short course truck that was two-wheel drive and also a monster truck. But of course, this is the Blast 2. So this is going to be kind of an updated version that I got from Gearbest.com. Now, one of the good things about this thing is it's a four-wheel drive race buggy that comes with a LiPo and charger. And it's pretty much designed to go on a track, but you can also bash it out there too, because I was looking at some of the specs on it, and it did have sway bars and some adjustability and stuff to it as well. So like I said, I got this from Gearbest.com. It was about $150 at the time of this video. I'll put a link in the description and try to get a coupon code as well. But just looking at this, I'm excited because it's been a while since I've had a four-wheel drive 10 scale buggy. You guys know I have some 8 scales and stuff like that. I think the last time I had a four-wheel drive was a couple of years ago, maybe 4 or 5 years ago. So I'm pretty excited to get this out and actually run this and go up to the track and actually run it on a track as well. So you guys, if some of you guys that are familiar with racing in LRP, you guys know kind of the slogan is blue is better. You see some of the specifications of this car here. Now, I did notice that there is a slight difference between the one that Gearbest has and the one that LRP kind of sent out. And it's just going to be in the system. I think the LRP, it may have been the Blast, the first original Blast, came with a 4300 kV motor. And this one comes with a 3300 kV. And I think the speed control is a 60 amp. I'll have to double check on that. But we'll go ahead and get this open. And you guys know I wish you had smell-o-vision. It's always nice to smell a new RC car coming in. So anyway, you guys know, you see that they have this pretty much packed in here pretty good. It's not stuff all over the place. We'll get this out real quick. See what stuff they give me down here. They give you an instruction manual. Not really any tools, but they do give you some zip ties. And I'm assuming that these are going to be like heads for the servos if you want to change the servo out. They give you probably the one that's got 25 teeth, 24 teeth, etc., etc. So this is a pretty thick manual. That's like a booklet. Look at that. So anyway, let's see what kind of goodies we got over here in this box real quick. So here we have our balance charger. And this is something new. I've never seen this one come with their cars before. So interested to see what this probably be a little bit better than some of the other ones I got. What's going to be the key thing is what kind of connectors this comes with, meaning for the outlet. So these chargers, they can charge 2 and 3S LiPo batteries. For you guys that may not be familiar to them, you just actually plug your balance ports into, this is 2S and that's 3S, and it charges, and drum roll, and it does have an American plug, which is good. So big thumbs up there with this for including this in here, because some of the other ones from the past, they either come with kind of a universal one that's got plugs that would fit, I guess, over in China, Europe, and then also here, but the plugs don't work too well. So this one came with this. I feel like I was kind of opening a cereal box and looking for the prize when I was a kid. So don't laugh, because you guys know you did it too. So let's take a quick look at this radio real quick and see some of the specifications on here. So it's just basically, it's not a digital, but it's fine. It's going to be good for what you guys are going to do for out there for getting this thing up and running. Most people kind of just use these radios once, and then they also have other radios like the Spectrum or something like that. And they got extra receivers, so they're not carrying around 20 million radios. So it's got some of your basic trims and stuff. Get this to focus in just a little bit so you guys can see that there. So another drum roll would be, please use 4 AA's, not 8. Please, please, please don't be like the old school Fly Sky. And we got 4. Cool. So we use 4 AA's in here. Trust me, guys, that's a big deal nowadays for me. Having all these batteries, because some radios still use 8 AA's, but I think some of the other companies are starting to update them as well. So this does have a little jack here on the side, so if I have rechargeable batteries, I can use that in there. I'm wondering if this can actually fit a battery pack, because some radios you can actually, no, I can't. Some radios come with where this actual tray comes out, and you can actually put like a LiPo battery pack or even a nickel metal or something in there to use. But this one doesn't, but it's fine. It uses 4 AA's. I like the design of these because it is pretty big and bulky, so it is going to be a little bit durable and stuff. And it feels fine in the hand as well. For some of you one-handed drivers, don't know if you'll be able to do that with this. So, but anyway, let's go look at the meat of this, which is going to be this Buggy. Like I said, it's been a while since I've had a 4-wheel drive Buggy, and I'm really excited to get this thing out and running. I'll have to do some adjustments. You see on that suspension how it's not even kind of bouncing or springing back. So I'll have to do some minor adjustments with that. May have to just change the shock wheel. I may try to work these through a little bit to see. Y'all have to definitely make some adjustments there. But you guys see, for me, this is a pretty Buggy. I'll put that light back on. I like the color scheme and stuff of this, and I've never owned an LRP product. I had a speed controller a while back in the day, but you guys see that this does come with, even though these shock bodies are plastic, the caps on here are aluminum and they are adjustable, so that's good, so you don't have to worry about spacers and stuff. This does come with sway bars. You guys see that there, and look at these dog bones. These are pretty thick dog bones here. And they are CVAs as well, so that's good. You guys can see that in there, and it is some adjustability here, so that's good as well. Go ahead and get this body off real quick, and just trying to see how thick this is Lexan. So I may work on just a little bit more stability with this so that this doesn't flop around too much. I'm not going to make it so stiff, because if it's too stiff and I take it to the track and I flip, I could break the wing. But I may make that just a little bit, put it maybe like a small washer in between there underneath it, just to keep this from moving around so much. I still want it to move somewhat, but anyway, let's get this body off and let's see what we got underneath here. This does come with a 2S LiPo. This is actually a pretty decent layout. This kind of reminds me of some of the Red Cat cars and some of the cars they have like on Nitro RCX, and even on Integy. Oh, this has bullet connectors in it, so that's a surprise. Let's see if we can get this out real quick. Oh, they connected this one in there and one down up in there. That's kind of funny. So it does come with a 2S LiPo. This is a 2400 milliamp. It's a 25C. I think before I saw it was a 20C. So I'll get this charged up, and it does come with Dean's connectors, or actually the T-style connectors on there. So that's a good thing too. So it is something standard. It's not the banana connectors or anything on there. So, and this will probably be good for about 10 to 15 minutes or so. We'll have to test this out and see. And this is kind of a lighter type of LiPo, but it'll be good to get you guys out and running. So taking a look at this car, that may be an LRP motor. It's kind of hard to tell. They may have made something a little bit different, but looking at this, there's no real branding on it, but I know it said in the specifications it is a 3300 kV, and I believe this is a 60 amp speed controller, but I'll double check on some of that as well. But these wires are a little bit thicker than I anticipated them to be. This says 14, yeah, so they're 14 gauge. I thought they were going to be like 16 or something like that. So they didn't go really cheap on that either, which is good, and this does have a capacitor. I don't know the exact specifications on the servo, so I'll have to actually, when I test this out, to see how fast and how strong this servo is. But you guys see that this thing has sway bars front and rear, which is good. I talked about the shocks for a minute, which is good because I like to be able to adjust this and not have spacers and stuff, especially when you're going to a track. When you're going around and jumping and stuff, those spacers could pop out because I've had that done before. So, and looking at the center drive shaft, that is aluminum as well. It does have the bell crank steering in there. I wonder if that's got ball bearings in it or not. It's not going to make too much of a big difference, but I'll see if it's got bearings in there. Now, this does have, as you guys see, there Phillips throughout the whole car, which for me, I don't mind it. Some people just don't like it, but I don't mind the Phillips. That's perfectly fine with me. So I'm going to check on some other specifications for this. So when I first run this, I'll give you guys an update kind of that, because I'm curious as the gear ratio that we have in here for this. As well, the pinion gear and the 48 pitch gears, to make sure they are 48 pitch and not that 0.0 or 0.6 pitch or whatever, but I'm pretty sure they're going to be 48 in there. And then check on the slipper clutch is right there. It's got that aluminum bracket right here. Forgive me, I don't know what that's called. It's kind of part of the motor plate here, but the slipper clutch is going to be easy to adjust because you guys see that right there. Oh, I'm smelling my new tires. I love the smell of new tires. So, and it does have dog bones you guys see in the rear. So, CVA's up front and dog bones in the rear. But it seems to be pretty beefy. And it's actually pretty light as well. So, I'm going to be pretty amped about getting this thing running and getting it out there. I'll probably have to do some different tires if I test it on the street. And get a couple of things going with this as well. I was trying to check on some of the adjustability of the shock so I can lower this down just a little bit, which is good in the front and the rear. So that's going to be a quick look at this, guys. This radio is just 2-channel. I just wanted to make sure it was not a 3-channel, but it is a 2-channel radio, which is fine. This is going to be enough to get this thing up and running. So pretty excited. You guys may not be able to tell or know, but pretty excited about getting this thing up and running. So that is going to be a quick look and unboxing of this LRP S10 Blast 2. I'm also going to be curious to see about their monster truck version, and then a couple of the other platforms this is ran off of, or this is based off of. So you guys, as always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not a subscriber. And don't forget to like and stay tuned for more videos. And definitely stay tuned for some running videos of this bad boy, because I can't wait to get this thing out running. So thanks again, guys, for watching.